Good morning, YouTube. It's me again, or evening, whatever it is, whatever time it is you lot watching this. But this is going to be episode 1 of Project Ovlov, my high mileage unloved V70 that I acquired for not a lot of money. Now, this car's been in my mate's yard for about a year. I've been trying to get him to part with it. He's been saying he's going to do something with it for ages. And then the other day, randomly messaged me and said, look, I ain't going to do nothing with this. Did you want it? So I was like, yes, I do. So it had a few tank chasing flies. Anyway, had a few issues that I'm slowly working through. This is going to be a little bit of a project. How you can buy yourself an unloved high mileage motor, put minimal time and effort and money into it. Yeah, just remember that yeah, there's a little bit of money to spend. We'll get to that. But yeah, so far I picked it up and it had no blowers at all. The blowers had been disconnected because apparently it would run the battery completely dead even with the key removed from the car. So obviously I went and bought a blower motor resistor and I changed that out. Now that sounded like it was going to be a nice, simple, easy job. But in actual fact, it was a little bit more complicated than I expected. I've done a few blower motor resistors on a few different cars, never on a Volvo. So I was confident I could do it. When it turned up in the post, I was like, that's a strange looking resistor. I've not seen one like that before. Had like a heat sink and everything to it. If you know, you know. So pulled the glove box out, realised that the resistor is actually inside the blower motor housing itself. So to remove the entire blower motor, then remove the blower motor from the housing to be able to get to the screws to remove the resistor, and then yeah, then I could finally change it. Went back together pretty simple. I'm 6'2" and I weigh 19 and a bit stone. Yeah, I don't fit in footwells very well, so it was a bit of a struggle in that respect, but otherwise the actual job itself was pretty easy. Now it's got some sort of Bluetooth, I don't know, phone system in it that I don't want, so I'm going to strip all that out. That's wired into the stereo somehow. There's some random white cables and there's some orange box things under my seat, so that's gotta go. That's gonna go. I can't be dealing with that crap. I don't want that. I use a FM tuner. It does my phone calls as well. That'll do me. I'm bloody old. I don't need to be worrying about no sound systems or anything. As long as I can play tunes from my phone and answer the phone legally while driving if required, then I'm all good. So, and I've already got an half decent FM tuner for that, so there you go. But the stereo didn't work at all, and I was maybe this is going to be expensive. Comes to it, whoever did the wiring for the stereo must have broke the Bluetooth. Whoa, must have broke the. That's not going to work. Must have broke the plug to the back of the stereo, and it had come out. Obviously, when the previous owner had been trying to figure out why the blowers weren't working properly, I literally plugged it back in and it works, which is sweet. Got a couple of little speaker rattles. I don't think the speakers are actually damaged. They're in the back somewhere. I think it's panel rattle, but not until really high volume. So all in all good. Now the interior, I wish I did some before and after of it because it was minging. Like I said, it was a yard car. The bloke was a mechanic. You can imagine the state of the cream interior. It was covered in grease and oil, and it was disgusting. It was disgusting, but surprisingly easily come up. I really couldn't believe how easy it did clean and how well it did clean. I've given it a good vac and I've cleaned it out with some antibacterial stuff as well. The seat was torn. I'll show you that in a minute. The wife's repaired that with a bit of a leather needle and some fishing line, which is good enough for me for now. But there's plans for stuff. We'll get to that as we get to that. Sticky brake caliper needed doing. Oh, and all the bloody alloy wheel nuts, the locking job is, they were, don't know where that is. Ordered one online, totally wrong when it turned up. Supposed to be the right one, totally wrong. So it's like, okay, got nut welded on them and took out that way. So then I could get that wheel done, wheel off, and yeah. All in all, she drives beautifully, like really beautifully, like a lot better than that C70 that I had. Now the C70 was nice, but the C70 was more of a sports car. And I must be getting fucking old or something, because it's a bit hard on me back. The seats were a bit tough. The suspension was a bit hard at times. I mean, it was nice, don't get me wrong. But since I've driven this V70 a little bit, oh, I like it. Now, this is actually my third V70. The first two would have been the 2.4 straight petrols. They weren't bad cars, but they went the same way as the C70 with auto box failures. Or actually, no, the blue one didn't. The blue one had a low oil pressure and decided to grenade itself. So, yeah, that was a shame for that one. But this one's got the mighty D5 in it. It's the older version than the one that I used to have, so it's not the 185 horsepower standard, it's the 165 horsepower, I believe, which is good enough for now. I've got a man who does my mapping for me. Once we get to the next issue and I get that sorted, then we're going to look at getting him mapped, because I reckon he can get me 200 horsepower fairly simply and inexpensively, and it'd be a good little lad for him and all. He's a good lad, so I don't mind doing that. But yeah, the big issue, she needs clutch. She needs clutch quite bad. It slips its tits off. It's drivable. For me, no, it's not drivable. You can't drive it. So that is a bit of a shame. And that's proven to be quite expensive to fix. Now, if I want to do, I can get a 3-piece clutch kit for about 180 quid from a mate who can get it on trade. So that's not bad. But it's then if I need a dual mass flywheel as well. And there is a little bit of chatter there. And she is, as I said, a high mileage girl. She's got 221,000 miles on it. So if that is the original DMF, that needs changing. But the way things are, and as funds allow at the minute, I can't afford to change DMF. Now, I was going to go and send it somewhere to get them to do the clutch, but I'm going to be honest, he's been a funny about it. He wants a lot of money to do it as well. But I'm willing to part of it just to make sure it works and it's done and it's right. But am I really willing to part of it when I really could do it myself? Now, I do all my shit out there on the drive. I've just done, I don't know if you've seen all the videos, a lot of Vivaro videos and gearbox and that. He's actually just had me put a brand new clutch in that and another 5-speed gearbox because the 6-speed weren't working out for him. So I didn't do a video on that because obviously we've done videos already, so you know what I mean. But that was a ball ache. That really was hard work, and it's not work that I really want to do again, especially not on your own car. It's not the same when you have to do it on your own car. But then I'm thinking the money I could save by doing it myself should be a no-brainer, but I'm struggling. Yeah. Right, I'm going to sort myself out and we'll go outside. We'll have a little look around the old beast. There she is. Now I warned you, she's not pretty. I'm going to go and show some of the issues straight away. We've got a ding here that's not showing up very good on the camera. There we go, you've got it now. There's all these marks that just won't come off. Nice scuffs everywhere. It's broken, doesn't catch. Lack of peel. Scratches, lack of peel. Rust bubbling. The bonnet is knackered. There is no shine left to that. Got lack of peeling off it. Wheels need a refurb. They're not bad condition, but it is what it is. What can you say for the money? Missing the light wiper, just the blade. The rest of it's there and it all works. A few scuffs here and there as you would expect. Weird bits like this. Yeah, just generally not looked after at all by anybody. Now, the interior was minging, and she's well worn like, but I'm going to get some restorer on that, or I might buy a new interior. I haven't decided yet, but it's all fully clean and functioning and very, very comfortable to sit in, which I'm happy about. Gonna have to get something on them hinges because that's annoying me already now. But yeah, this was, you couldn't sit in it. You could not sit in it. It was disgusting. Let alone put anyone else in it. I wouldn't have put my dog in it. So yeah, there she is. She ain't pretty, but we can work on that. Right, I don't know how this is going to work for filming and shit and what have you. You'll just have to bear with me. Right, I need to nip round the Martins and I need to check something on his van. So you lot might as well come. Maybe you'll pick up a bit of this D5 loveliness. Can't give it loads of boot. Well, I can in first and second. But then she slips the clutch. So, at the minute, I'm averaging 49.7 mpg out of it, which ain't bad for a 2.4 5-cylinder turbo diesel. Actually quite pleased with that, to be fair. And it drives bang on. It drives as nice as the C70, if not better. The seats, lovely and comfortable. Like I say, I think I'm getting old, but really, overall, really happy with it. Right, I'm going to get to Martins and figure out what the score is with his van, and I'll bring you back. Right, so there you go, that was that. Short little introduction on Project Ovlov. Now, I'm probably going to do another video today on changing the temp sensor on a little Mark 5 1.25 Fiesta. So if you're into that crap, have a look for that video. Yeah, obviously you're probably not, but it's the wife's car, I've got to fix it. So I might as well do a video of it as well. Yeah, so I'm going to sign off here, go and edit this, and then wait for this part to turn up today, and then crack on with that one. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing and all that crap. If not, who cares? I'll catch you next time. Cheers.